Hooray! Hello everyone out there on the nicest and amazing YouTube premise and our entire inestimable internet land. I'm still out, still do what I do, and kind of like my theme that I do then nowadays. Like, or it's not even a secret. Like I've been slammed all day or doing coding and stuff that relates to that field, and I'm pretty happy with it. I should say every day I step on some unknown and gray grounds, and when the day ends, I feel like they're not gray anymore. They're explored by my or I don't know willingness and wanting to dive deep into that stuff. I'm already doing that on my way, and I feel like I'm just solving to that thing that becomes more attractive to me as I step on some unknown like stage or the allocation of those great fields that are known when the day begins, and by the end of the day I feel like I'm all there. I know my doings that I've accomplished for the period of time that relates to the period of time that I spend for the entire day, when I'm all contented about my doings being done, and not necessarily like a fully to 100%, but I'm near that point that I want to be. I'll be there because my want and perseverance drives me forward and leads me to the location finally, at which I'll be craving to be in my middle run and my short run. Like if you said me, like, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago that I would be doing this, I wouldn't fucking believe you at all, because I was doing something else at the time. I was a kind of guy that related to the field of computer selling activities of computer parts, and I was maybe assembling computers and selling them. I had several staff members, and they're doing like physical work for me, and I hired them. Then there were several years I spent like doing that, being alone, and because I shrink it down to one single unit, being me, in my entrepreneur thing, and as I saw that stuff was shrinking even more, I quit that because of just no point of doing that for any longer, because the income shrink down, the kind of fast around that thing grew, and it wasn't worth continuing for any longer at all, because I felt that crunch inside me, and I kind of branched out to some intangible notions like doing English, doing it's like English is like on the top. It shares. It is inevitably will always be my first place of my live doings and live doings. I just invented that for this phrase, live doings. I will use it. I like the way that it sounds. It probably doesn't exist in American English at all. If you're Native American, just comment me slightly down below. Give me a hint of how I'm doing my device and processes for constructing new and uninvented and existing American English things. Like I invented the phrase, a little word maybe, like live doings of mine. So anyway, guys, it's my like a very short maybe footage after my working process ended, and only 40 days, because the more I do that, the more that becomes like my passion. Maybe it will grow to some extent that I will love it fully. But I love it now. Like every day, like I said, I feel something new coming to me, some alluring atmosphere like surrounded me, and I like the way that it happens. And actually, who said that I would be advancing faster? Hard pieces only go and only come when you want them, and then crave them to be on their places. And as soon as I get that idea that learning process cannot be cannot be fast, cannot be forced or nudged by some outer I don't know fragments or personalities, or no some outside factors. That's what I meant to say. Finally, fucking said it. Factors it cannot be nudged by some outer side factors, and as I'm doing what I was probably put on this planet for doing. I'm doing my American, I'm doing my coding, I'm doing my life skills lessons. They appear to be harsh at some points, but who said that life would be something easier than it is? Guys, I want to just, for this instance of today, I want to wrap this shit up because I want some more doings to be in my intraday time, and as soon as I do them, I get a slumping process that basically means fucking doing nothing. I hope you got everything or anything out of what I said. If so, you're allowed to give me your precious feedback down below, especially if you're from the United States of America, if you're Great Britain, basically saying if you're a native speaker of English, I would be especially pleased and even touched with your presence in my comment section below. Presumably oriented for that purpose only, and commenting people what they do, how they do things, they do, and stuff that falls along these lines. Guys, I got it all. Thanks again for attendance here because I feel y'all matter for me personally. Thanks again, and be good. Be always good. Be good all the time because I delegated the right of doing so. Thanks again for staying tuned for us to know what we're doing by practicing my American, and then instead of I do rubbish laps, I'm not for it right now. It doesn't book our ways anymore. We can do our ways whatever we want. Be good, get all. Stay tuned, and thanks again for being with me and get all. Still around because the God's very soon. Thanks again. Be good.